Hi all, I'm Marco, Bird Track Pro Installer, and today we're here in Space Coast, Florida, and we're gonna do our first prism installation with the Bird Tracks. They are brand new, and we're gonna give you a quick tour on what we're doing today. First, we're gonna open this Govee Prism lights, see what we have in here. Inside we get our instruction manual and a quick setup guide on how to get these lights up. So we get 4 boxes with string lights in it, since we're doing the 200 feet setup. So each box contains 3 string lights, and then we have our accessory kit, and this is where we're gonna find our control box, power box, extensions, and all the setup that comes with it. And now we're gonna unbox the tracks. As always, top you'll get your box with the tracks on it, and at the bottom you will find the kit for the tracks. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna unbox the bottom to find our kit, and this is where we're gonna find our bear hooks and other instructions to get the tracks installed. So let's do a quick opening here. We got our new hooks for prism, and they are stickerless. So you will see us setting this up on the lights and see how they work soon. So we have all our hooks here. You will get a pocket to set up the length that you want to do against the wall. So now we're gonna set up our paw. We're gonna set it up to 3.5 inches. So this way we'll just take the 2 pieces together, and this is gonna be this is gonna be the wall, and this is gonna be where our track is gonna be, and that spot is gonna be 3.5 inches for the light. So now, after grabbing our kit from the box, we're gonna take the tracks out, and they're really nice package. For each 100 feet, we're gonna get 20 tracks. Each track is 5.5 feet long. You have your tops for the lights, and then you'll have your bottoms right here. Perfect. So now a quick show to how to do the hooks on the prism. Grab your hook and just put it on the light, and then just press it down until you hear a click. As you see, there's nothing to do with the sticker. So here's a sneak peek. So you got your green hook, you know them for the originals, lights 2 or the elites, and this one's stickerless. So all you need to do is the same. Take the light, get the hook, and just press it until you hear a click. Boom. So quick how to set up these tracks on the soffit is gonna be that you're gonna take your bottom part, you're gonna take your paw, just squeeze it in, and it's gonna give you a set measurement on where you want to land that track against the wall, so it's always consistent, your measurement. All right, so once you have it against the soffit, just do 3 or 4 screws to hold the track. Once you have the track against the soffit, you can take your lights and they're ready with the hook. Get it inside the track, and you can move it freely where you want. And then you can take your top, align it, that's close, with the other one, and you can snap it close. I think what we're gonna do here is gonna be pretty simple. We got straight lines, but our main focus is gonna be here on the main entrance of the house. So what I want to do is get 2 lights on each corner so those can shine down into the roof, and then we'll see if we can get either other 2 or just 1 light right into the middle of the main entrance. So something that I do as a pro installer, I take one of the 3M tapes from Govee and I just put it on the side of the paw. That way I can make the paw more sturdy when it's holding the track. And once you're done, you can take the paw out. So we're gonna start on this corner right here at the front of the house. We're gonna get our first track in. And as I say, our paws are here on nearby by the end of each side of the track. And we're just gonna put it on the soffit against the wall. It will give us a good measurement. So I always make sure that I have 1 screw for each of the corner of the track, and then I try to distribute my length and do 2 more screws on the middle of the track. So by using our paws, it will give the tracks a straight line. You can see that we're doing our second one right here, and it's just a straight line until we get to the end. So we're just gonna continue that straight line, and I'll meet you right there at the corner. All right, so we have our last piece right here before we go into that other wall in the corner. So one little tip to get those tracks to meet perfectly: take one of your paws, get your track up, try to align that paw where that wall ends. Take your other paw, which is gonna be against the wall, and try to squeeze it in until you get to the end of the track. So that's where your track is gonna start. So right here. So that will give me a perfect length. So I'm just gonna make a quick cut, bring the track down, and make the full cut. So now that I know where I'm gonna cut this track over here, so I'm gonna use my paw to make a straight cut on the other side. So I just wanna make sure that my snips are aligned with it against the paw. Make the other cut, and I have a straight cut over here. There you go. So let's put this one up. There you go. So we want to make sure that all the lights are working. So we're just going to connect all the string lights to make sure that the lights are working before we proceed to install them on the tracks. So from your power box is going to be your male to female. All right, so now that we have all our strings connected, we're going to connect the control box to the first string and see how they light up. I want to make sure that all the light box are on. All right, so we're gonna start setting up all lights inside the track. So we're just gonna snap it. So last one on the track, and just align it where you want that last light to land. And then we're just gonna start closing our lights. All right, so now we're gonna get our tops clip into the track, trying to snap them. As soon as you hear that snap, they're good to go and they're not gonna fall. Move the light where that opening is at, and we're just gonna snap the top. Push it so both tops are all together, and we'll go with the next one. All right, so I'm here. We're just gonna move the light, snap it, boom. So right now we got to our end of our wall right here, and we need to make a jump to the other part of the roof. I'm just gonna tuck in the extension cord into the soffit. I'm just gonna make it a clean jump right here, and then we're adding alloy channel since we have alloy here, and we're just gonna hide the whole jump on top, and then we're gonna come up on top to start our lights again. So now that we know what we're gonna do for our jump right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this last part of our run, see where that light's gonna land, and just make the cut. So what we're gonna do is my old trick. I'm just gonna use the paw to make a straight cut. So this is the length of the piece of track that we need to cover. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep an inch out to make a cover for the track. I'm just gonna go ahead and hide all that extra wire from the extension cord inside the track at our top. Here's that clip, squeeze it in. We're gonna take our alloy channel and we're just gonna measure where that wire is gonna land. I'm just gonna make a straight cut, cut that piece of alloy channel, get some fast grab, glue it, and we're ready to go to make the jump. And next step will be to put our tracks here and then snag in that wire to fit up our lights. We want to make sure that this part right here, we have equal lights and they're either center to the top piece of the roof. So what we're gonna do is right in the middle is gonna be one light, and then we're gonna have our second light and our third light right over there. So we're gonna end up with 5 lights over here. So right now we just set up our tracks for the top part of the roof here, and we need to make a cut so we can fit the other part of the track over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our path to measure everything. So we're gonna use this piece to complete our tracks here at the top part of the roof. So right now we're gonna set up our lights over here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the jumper and just gonna connect them real quick. Right now I'm just putting the tops. I set up my third light that is gonna land right in the middle of the door here at the front of the house. So that one's gonna tell me where the first and the fifth light is gonna land. So this is a piece that we have left from another cut that we did before. So I'm just gonna reuse it. We wanna make sure that we align the track where our light is gonna end, where our track ends, and we're just gonna make a cut here and close the track for it. We have our channel base set up, and now we're gonna cut the top to close it up and make it nice and clean for the customer. So we're ready to close this piece right here. We just wanna make sure that we align the top with our lights. So we're gonna do 2 things here. So we're just gonna cut this extra light that we have over here, and we're gonna make our jump to come down and start our lights here. So what I'd like to do is grab the half of that wire in between those 2 lights, and we're gonna make that cut over here, and then we're gonna do the splice. All right, so now we're ready to do our splice. We have our wire here, we have our wire stripper. So we're just gonna take this out. So now that we strip our wires, we're just gonna use our quick connect and we're gonna use some dielectric grease to add them here, and then we're gonna add the extension wire on the other side, and we should be good to go. Add the wire inside, close it, there you go. Now next will be to add our extension on the other side. So now we're gonna do the other side of our quick connect. Same, we're just gonna use dab or the electric grease, and we're just gonna insert our wires, and we're good to go. All right, so here we have our quick connect, last slide, and then we got our extension right here, and this will be our next set of lights, and we're just gonna test that everything's good. So if you don't get the lights to light up, just make sure that there's not too much electric grease inside the quick connect, so you can take out the wires and just tap it down a little bit, and just make sure that your wires are connecting correctly. So we're ready to close our tuck pier right here. We're just gonna hide our quick connect here and then close it with our top track, and we should be good to go. There you go. So summary, we'll take the hook, clap it into the light, get it inside the track, and then we do a quick connect. Just close it tight. So now that we have our extension cord connected to our next string of lights, we are ready to continue and finish up the house over here. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us at hello@bearlightstudios.com.